Hi, I'm Steven, that's Lloyd, and we're from Just Got Played, and today we're going to be talking about DropMix from the combination of Hasbro and Harmonix. So let me go to the table and I'll show you this cool electronic card game, and then we'll tell you what we think about it.
This is DropMix. So DropMix comes with this board and a whole bunch of cards. This is a tablet that I have, and so I've just Bluetooth connected this to the device. You need some kind of Bluetooth connected device to do this. And it has a little slot for it to go in there. So in the game, what you're going to do is you're going to press play. And then you can see there's 4 different game modes. So freestyle isn't really a game mode, you're just playing with it like a toy. Puzzle is a solo game where you're trying to solve things using these cards. And party is a cooperative game where everybody's working together. And clash is where 2 to 4 people compete either on teams of 2 or just one-on-one, trying to have their deck beat the other deck. So you can join. So I'll just put this here. And you can see that's one team, and it did the symbol from the card because it read it. And let's put another one over here. All right, and so now we've got 2 teams versus. So press DropMix to start. And remove the cards, of course. And basically, you just need to follow on screen what it tells you to do, right? So the first player is going to be Roberus, however that's pronounced. And so I have, these things tell me where I can play these cards. So this is a 3-power drum card that I can play in any of the blue spots. So I can play that here, for instance. And that's going to start the song, right? I get a point for doing that. And now I get to play another card. Let's say maybe I'll do this card. Okay, now I got 2 points. I played my 2 cards. Now it's the other team's turn. You saw it flashed up briefly telling them they should have 5 cards in their hand so you don't have your whole deck. Now I can replace, so this is a 3 red, whereas that's only a 2 red. So I can actually replace that with my own card if I want. And it mixes up the song, and I get a point for doing that. And maybe I'll put down some lyrics too. So you can see player 2 should have 5 cards. It's back to them. And, one of the goals that you have is to try to have all of your cards on the top, or your team's cards on the top at any given time. There are cards that are wild, so you can put them anywhere you want. So that one is telling me I get to draw 2 cards, so now I'm going to have 6 cards in my hand. Let's see. So yeah, actually I'll have 7 cards in my hand. And the next player, let's see, yep, there's some wild cards, so you can play wild cards as well. But also, if you just can't do anything, you can press this button, and it will shuffle around, and it will tell you some card to take off the board. So we've kind of kicked that one out now, and now we can play our own thing. There are other things that will come up that will give you extra points for doing specific things in different rounds. But anyway, that's basically how the game is played. And you just keep going until somebody gets to a pre-set point limit. I believe it's 20 points in this game. All right, that's DropMix.
All right, cool. I always love seeing that on my table, there with my tablet and all the lights and the music and the sound. It's cool. So, Lloyd, what do you think is your favorite thing about DropMix?
I think my favorite thing about DropMix is just the kind of the freestyle mode that allows you to record your mixes. I have a very musical family. My son has been in multiple bands and plays stuff. My daughter learned to play, piano and stuff, and everyone in the house really likes music. So just sitting around throwing different cards on different orders and mixing stuff up and making these little custom jams. I think that's where a lot of the longevity of the game really lives. So I think that's probably my favorite part, is just like the endless freestyle mode you can do with just mixing stuff up.
Yeah, freestyle is neat, and I like that they have that option that you can save your mixes and you can share them on social media and stuff. Share them with people if you want. But yeah, I'm with you there that it's a really cool toy is what I like about it. Like not so much game maybe, but yeah, it's sort of that wow factor that what do you mean this thing, you put it on the table and you connect it to a phone or a tablet, you put cards on and you're mixing music, and people are like, you describe it to them and they're like, that's not gonna work, or but then you show it to them and there's the light show and there's the cards and there's the music, and like, don't doubt Harmonix, right? They make Guitar Hero and several other music games, so they've got this figured out, and it just works, and it doesn't matter how old someone is, right? They could be a kid, a teenager, an adult, or a senior person, and they're all just like, wow, neat, and throwing cards down, and you've got cards from all kinds of different genres of music, and they still work together. I mean, you can make some horrible stuff. I mean, I did an unboxing video of one of the playlist packs, and I just randomly threw some cards down, and it was awful, right? So go look for that video if you want to hear that awfulness. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so I said that it's a cool toy because I think the thing that I like least about DropMix is the game is not that great. There's a few games in there, and I haven't played the solo puzzle one. I've played the cooperative game, and I've played the game where you're trying to teams two of each, and it's not that great, right? So people will play through it, and it's a good excuse to get the music together and to play, but people aren't going to keep coming back to that well for the game, right? They might play it because of the toy, but not for the game. So what would you say?
I think the co-op. I was going to say, I think the co-op portion of it is stronger than the head-to-head, just because the co-op is kind of like 5 Minute Marvel or any of these other games where you're frantically racing against the clock. You're not really, at that point, you're less about listening to the music that you're making, and you're more about just frantically getting the right cards in the right order on the right colors at the right time. And the competitive, it kind of slows down, and you're playing Magic with music, and you're not doing anything. You're just like putting stuff down. So I think the party aspect, the co-op version, like I said, I haven't played the puzzle either, but it's definitely a toy first. It was hey, look what we can do. Not so much, hey, look what we can do with this cool game. It was just like, look at what we can do. We have these things, and we can put them on this other thing, and it'll randomly, it'll take bits and pieces and play it. How can we make a game around that? So I think function came first, or form came first on this one. They had a cool idea, and then they kind of tagged on, well, it's a game. Because who just wants to sit there and throw cards on it all day? But I think that is the stronger point. It's just throwing cards on it and making cool mixes.
Yeah, so. I would definitely recommend people check it out if they haven't seen it. And it's not even that expensive. I think maybe it was originally when it came out, but you can get a copy, for around $40, it seems, pretty frequently these days. So yeah, check it out. Great toy. Don't expect a great game. All right, cool. Well, thanks, Lloyd. That has been
I didn't.
Oh, what?
I was just agreeing with you about your thing.
Oh, you had something else too. All right.
My least favorite thing, the game portion of it, it's still fun. It's a dumb party game. There's not going to be a lot of depth to it, but that's not my least favorite thing about it. I was just agreeing with you. There's not a whole lot of game there. My least favorite thing is actually the quality of the cards, because you're they don't seem like they have like a very good coating on them, and they're just like paper with the little RFID chip inside. And so if you're playing the party mode and you're going really fast, I mean, the cards are getting worn out very quickly. So I sleeved mine, and that makes it so that it sometimes doesn't read, more than 2 or 3 cards at a time. So you end up missing points. But I mean, my cards got destroyed after like 2 or 3 playthroughs of the party mode. So I really think the card quality is probably my least favorite thing. But I guess the cost is the little chip inside the card, so they didn't go, crazy on really high quality 300 GSM plastic coated cards. It's just a piece of paper, and they're flimsy, and the paint started coming off and ripping almost immediately. So
yeah, I play with my kids, and our cards are fairly well worn. I didn't protect them at all, and that may have been a mistake.
But yeah, that would be my least favorite thing. But overall, I think for what it does, the cool factor on it, and it's fun to bring out on occasion for people who haven't seen it. But yeah, I think that's probably my least favorite part of it is just the wear and tear on those cards. And it's a party game, so you're playing with people who are, like I said, you're not sitting around playing cards very slowly and nicely. You're slamming stuff down and ripping them off the board when it tells you to, and it's just a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, so that was DropMix from Hasbro and Harmonix, and we are Just Got Played. And thanks for listening to the music I made in that little demonstration, and thanks for listening to us talk about it.